Hello and welcome to this bright and early morning here in Oxford. I'm going to the Oxford Farming Conference thanks to Future Farmers and Yorkshire Agricultural Society who helped me out with a bursary to come here. What a absolutely fantastic place this is. I mean, the sun's not even come up, but wow, it's some piece of history is Christchurch College where I'm stopping at. Last night, I'll put a few bits in from last night actually. We listened to Inspiring Innovators, which is a lot of businesses, 6 businesses that were starting up. One of them was making bugs for animal feed, so to sort of like replace fish meal. So they were looking for people who were interested, investors, things like that. I might just go into here because it looks like there's a bit of light. There was also a company through Belfast universities. It was doing sort of a device to test the eating quality of beef, and I'm trying to think what else there was. I've got them all wrote down in here. There's just so much like to take in. It's unreal. So I got my notebook and we're writing it down. There's also question times with Farmers Weekly. Minette Batters was there, sort of talking about commitments on net zero, the farmer protests, and a lot of little bits in that. So hopefully I can get a few clips of that into today's video. It's going to be very difficult to edit. Wow, this is some room. This is where we have his breakfast. So I think this is where Hogwarts. So Harry Potter, does anybody recognise this? We'll be having our dinner in here as well. What an epic place, it really is. Look at that ceiling. Even the ceiling's ornate. If I could have a hash brown, that'd be fantastic.
Just one?
Wow, there's even a nice fire there. So we are the early risers. The conference starts at 8, I think. Now whether we'll get into some of the first sessions, I don't know, but yeah, this is epic. Right, so we're getting out of the breakfast area now. We will be in here a bit later for the Christchurch dinner, which is supposed to be quite fancy. I mean, it's fancy enough just having breakfast in there, to be fair. We need to try and get to the conference now and see if we can get in any of the early sessions. I'm just going to put a bit in from last night, talked to a few people and had a great meal and went to the pub. So here's a few bits.
The interview's always trodden this fine line between not wanting to get too involved or to be seen to be too involved in direct action. You're more interested in lobbying and doing well, I guess at the end of the day, a deal is going to be done around the table, not on the streets outside.
Well, you're absolutely right, and the trick is to stay at the table and not get locked out of the room. Because the moment you get locked out of the room, then you can't influence anything at all. So I think it's been wonderful to see the industry come together, the unity on the streets of London that Ollie talked about.
Right, so I'm just with Ben, throwing him under the bus. You've watched both the same sessions as me, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Which did you like the best? Farmers Weekly or the Inspiring Innovators?
Farmers Weekly.
Yeah. It was good, wasn't it? It was Minette Batters, fantastic public speaker.
Brilliant. Young chap called Ollie who does the
YouTube
Farming
as well?
Explained YouTube.
Yeah, that's
he was brilliant, came across very well. From a left-wing political background, was quite an interesting person to talk to.
Yeah, and he wasn't happy with what the Labour Party's done.
No, but he actually admitted that he voted for the Labour Party. He said how disappointed he was, and yeah, he went back on his word, didn't he? And he said what was wrong with them, and he got quite irate actually. It was quite funny.
Yeah, I'll try and put a few clips in here anyway. Yeah, back to drinking.
It's about the numbers, right? He accused the thousands and thousands of people who were there of being stupid, and he said that we were there happily because we all hate the Labour Party, right? And I can only speak for myself. I'm here in place of the Labour MP today. I am a Labour Party member, right, which has been a source of profound embarrassment for me personally. But the reason I have supported the Labour Party is because the Conservatives have screwed our industry over with their trade deals and mismanagement. We haven't had a minister who's been competent to oversee this sector, possibly for decades, right? The Labour Party should, I think, support a cheap food policy, right? They are not doing that. Steve Reid does not represent us in the cabinet. He does not defend us against the Treasury. He has demonstrated a disdain, I think, for people in this industry. He has demonstrated that he has no understanding of our motivations, of how we live, and the things that are important to us. And I think that if this government has any chance of healing the wounds it has created, he must resign.
Thank you, Ollie.
So we're supposed to be going to Checkers pub in a bit, but we've come for something to eat here at Pizza Express with these guys. So say hello. Hi guys.
Right.
You're supposed to say good day. So yeah, on to the Checkers pub after this.
So we've made it. We're going to the historic pub Checkers down here. So this happened last night. We had to go outside. So you know that fire alarm that just went off? It was me. So it was like, I've had a shower in it. Let's keep that shut because we don't want that to happen again. So I've had a shower in there, and it gets steamy, and then it comes out and it sets that off. So I've just had everybody out of the hotel here because of me. Don't tell anyone, because I imagine they're not very impressed. It's not that late though. Should be alright. Right, so back to today. I think I've lost my microphone, which is pretty painful. I'm just retracing my steps and we'll see if we can find it, but we're going to head on off to the conference. Morning. Yeah. So it looks like we've got a bit of a protest going off outside the Oxford Farming Conference, the examination schools here at Oxford. Morning.
Get involved.
Here we go. You guys are in it. So we got Ollie here.
Yeah.
Go on, plug the YouTube first
Plug
of
the
all.
YouTube. I have a YouTube channel called Farming Explained. Currently pretty sleep deprived.
And you've got a first class degree in history from
From here.
From here.
I did.
So you
Well,
know,
I mean, this
you know
is when,
the room.
the joke is that how do you know if someone went to Oxford? They'll tell you, but I didn't then. Someone else did. Yeah.
I threw him under the bus with it. So there's going to be a little bit of a protest here, isn't there? Well, there already is one in front of us.
Behind the camera.
Yeah. Switch that. So that's what's happening. And there's going to be some tractors coming past a little bit later.
Yes, I understand there'll be some tractors coming past. Tractors are coming past, I think, while he's speaking, which is going to make filming it difficult because you can't film inside and outside at the same time. Maybe you can if you sit by a window. But
So,
yeah.
are you going to film out here or in there? Well, anyway, if either way, I'm sure he's going to have some content on your YouTube channel. So we'll check that out. Check that out. He'll have to put something out. But no, great to speak to you.
Yeah,
And great to. I think you did a great job last night.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
No worries. And we'll catch up with you a bit later.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem. Thank you.
Later.
Pleasure speaking. Thank you very much.
So you got Tom Bradshaw from the NFU here as well.
He's such a good speaker.
Is his mum talking on Channel 4?
Yeah, there's my mum. Go on, mum. Stick it to her.
So we've just got inside now to the examination school. Everyone's queuing to watch the first session where Steve Reid will be making an announcement. So yeah, I'll see if this helps farmers or not. So the room's starting to fill up now. All the seats are being taken, which is good.
Agriculture is no exception, whether through legislation, climate or the economy. Anxiety about the future can stifle opportunity. particularly at a time when our leaders change with such regularity.
You can grow the economy while improving the environment. The two are not mutually exclusive.
We have a long-term plan to improve competitiveness and build Britain's resilience.
A lot has changed since the first Oxford Farming Conference in 1936. In the early 20th century, with an explosion in population growth, Britain faced food shortages. But farmers collaborated with scientists and yields increased. During the Second World War, food from our farmers sustained the war effort. In the following decades, armed with new technologies, farming became more productive than ever before.
Hidden financial black hole greater than the cost of the entire pig service in England and Wales. It meant we had to take immediate tough decisions across the economy to balance the books. And yes, that included on APR. We were shocked by the size of the financial black hole we were left to fill. And I'm sorry that some of the action we had to take shocked you in turn. But stable finances are the foundation of the economic growth that's needed to get the economy growing again after it flatlined through a decade of chaos. Through a period of incredible change, and I don't think the governments have done enough to help the sector become more profitable.
So Steve Reed has, just talked in there. Nothing particularly of any interest. I've got to pull on this, by the way. No changes to the tax. A few little tokens around precision breeding, but these guys definitely made an impact. There's loads of them. There's quite a show of tractors here, isn't there?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
How many do you reckon there is?
I have 70, I think.
70. Well, you were definitely well heard inside.
Yeah, good.
Some loud air horns though.
We've got some crackers here.
Brilliant. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. How many are actually here? Parked sideways in the New Holland. Yeah, absolutely fantastic how many have turned up here today to support and to show Steve Reed that we are not happy in farming with the situation. Hey. So they're off pipping, which is what we like to see. Yeah, making a very big impact here. I'm going to throw Sam under the bus here now. So, what did you think Steve Reed's?
Yeah, certainly a politician. Not many direct answers, but I was just saying I'm a positive person. I thought he had some really interesting stuff to say, but the elephant in the room wasn't addressed, which was the IHT reform. But really pleased to hear about planning reform. I think that's a
it'd be nice.
Really important part.
It'd be good if that materialises. That'd be great. Good to hear that he wants food security to be a priority, but it's just action, and he wants farm profitability supposedly. But I mean, the actions from the government don't really reflect what he was saying there.
No. But we're in for a challenging 5 years, I think. But farming always adapts. So we'll get there.
We'll be positive, and we're going to get through it.
Always positive,
Brilliant. These guys are just making an impact. Brilliant. Here we go, guys. You made an impression in there. We can hear you. Yeah. Have you got any loud air horns?
No, that's fast track.
About 70 of you in there.
Yeah. Needs to be more.
Yeah, well, Steve Reed heard you in there. Whether that makes any difference, I don't know, but hopefully it does.
Fingers crossed.
We don't try, we don't succeed, do we? Yeah, thanks for coming along. Brilliant. Yeah, I think it was really great that these guys came down, because that gets in the media, you see. That keeps the plight of farmers going, so I better get back inside because I need a coffee. I'm freezing, literally freezing out here. It is freezing. But we'll see what the rest of the conference does. In fact, what I might do, I might end the video here because I think it might get too long. So if you have liked today's video, then remember to press like as always, and subscribe if you could, and show your support to these guys really, because they're the ones making a difference and making an impact today, and keeping the plight in the news. So thanks for watching everyone, and I'll head back inside. Bye.